Right, it's a very good afternoon to all of you out there, and I'm here today with Arnold Musonza, who is the Resort General Manager for the Africa Albida Tourism Properties. And we're here at the flagship property, a property that many of you out there will know, Victoria Falls Safari Lodge. Arnold, pleasure to be with you and see you again. Thanks very much for having me.
Thanks, Luke, and thanks for having me as well on your program.
Well, you know, Arnold, this has become an iconic view for people that visit Victoria Falls.
Amazing views, yeah.
Incredible, beautiful waterhole.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of rain in the background there. We're coming towards the end of the rainy season.
Yes.
But that sun setting has become certainly a big part of sundowners in Victoria Falls.
Without a doubt.
Now, I want to congratulate you because once again, you guys are at the top of your game. Recently listed in Travel and Leisure, top 500 hotels in the world. Incredible achievement, considering you guys, it's not the first time you've been there. You've been there multiple times and you've won multiple awards. So congratulations for that.
Thank you so much, Luke.
Arnold, tell us a little bit. Obviously, we're still in a time of this pandemic.
Yes.
Please tell us a little bit about your guys' plans for the future, maybe short-term, medium-term, long-term, and you know how you're adapting to the situation and what your sort of outlook is for the coming months.
Sure. Thanks so much, Luke. And obviously the award comes with the help from people like yourselves that do support us, that send us the clients, because this is a client-based award. So it's clients that vote. So thank you so much for that, and also having me on your program. As a business, we've been affected by like everybody else by the pandemic, but we've also re-looked at ourselves and say we need to survive and we need to do things that we've not done before. We had to focus on our local and domestic tourism as a survival strategy, and we had to also focus on the regional tourism because there's still a few people that are coming through from within the region and a few internationals. And you must know that when we reopened after the first lockdown, our first clients actually were international from Switzerland. So we still have people that have confidence in our product, confidence in what we offer and do, and that are still coming through to stay with us. We've obviously complied with all the COVID protocols. Like right now, I'm socially distanced from you. We've taken off masks, obviously, for the purpose of this interview. But we've made sure that our facilities have all the necessary protocols in place that give guests confidence that when they come here, they are coming to a safe destination. And we've also continued to remain visible in the local, international, and regional markets by engaging all our stakeholders, the tour operators, the travel agents that support us, and giving them regular updates through our monthly webinars that we do and share all the updates of what's happening in the domestic market and in the destination Victoria Falls. So we're quite excited that things are opening up with the vaccines coming through. That gives us confidence as well that we should start seeing a bit of traffic coming through and people experiencing our wonderful properties here and these wonderful visitors that we are seeing right now.
Thanks so much, Arnold. You know, it's fantastic to hear the positivity, the optimism for the future from you, Arnold. And, you know, this is also coming from a gentleman who's a leader in our industry, also at the top of Hotels Association of Zimbabwe. And so Arnold is interacting with authorities and we're confident. I mean, our cases in Zimbabwe have been quite low.
Yes.
And I think we've been quite clever about how the country has handled this pandemic. I mean, do you echo those sentiments, Arnold? Do you think we're in to possibly be ahead of the game when things open up again?
I agree with you there, Luke. I must say, yes, we've lost lives and we've had the impact of this pandemic affecting almost everybody. But if you look by comparison within the region, we've had the least cases of COVID-19, and they've also been well managed. And for Destination Victoria Falls, to be specific, because I'm also involved in the COVID task force for Victoria Falls, we've had 0 cases for the last 2 months. And those that we had within our destination recovered pretty quickly. That shows you how well we've managed the pandemic within Destination Victoria Falls and even within the country. And the numbers have been well managed. And that puts us ahead when you look at countries that have shown a better way of managing this pandemic. I think we right there at the top of those countries that have managed it well. And I must commend all involved stakeholders, the government on their part, we've all worked together, both the private sector and government, to contain this pandemic. And I'm sure that should give all the international travelers confidence that we're doing our best to be able to have a safe destination when they come through here.
Well, there we go. Lots of optimism for the future. Now, Arnold, just coming back to Africa Albida Tourism Properties.
Yes.
Please, can you just tell us, I know there's a few improvements that have been, or not improvements, but additions that have been made in the last few years.
Yes.
One of them is beneath us.
Yes.
And I'm quite excited about that because I've really been focusing on my fitness. I used to have a little bit of a tummy. It's getting a little bit less.
Yes.
I've been focusing on my fitness. So underneath us, I believe, is a gym looking out this amazing view.
Amazing. I think this is the best gym in the world, I must say. You know, you're exercising, your fitness, while overlooking that water hole, and with lots of game that are coming through every day. So yes, we also are aware that most of our travelers are also health conscious. So we did put a fitness center, which is open to all our guests within the resort and within the properties that we have here at Africa Albida Tourism Group Estate, and all our guests can access it. So yes, we've also put that facility available for use. And as you know, we have also quite a number of things that we do here, like the voucher culture, which takes place right behind you there, and we have a small little amphitheater down there where people actually experience the voucher culture every day at 1 o'clock. We feed vouchers, which is a conservation effort that we do to actually look after the vouchers as an endangered species. They're very critical. You are a conservationist, you know the importance within our environment. So even during the lockdowns, for your own information, there were times where we've had to actually buy the food for them, because as much as we were closed, we didn't have any offcuts from our kitchens, but we had to make sure that activity continues throughout the whole lockdown period up to now, because we are passionate about conservation. We do believe people come here also because of the environment, nature, and all the wildlife that we have. So we've continued with that. So it's one of the things that we've done, which we feel strongly it helps people when they come to experience Destination Victoria Falls with a different perspective.
Well, there's just so much to talk about with Africa Albida Tourism. You guys are always doing so many things.
Thank you.
And I see I'm gonna have to come back and
Lots
talk
of
to you
things,
some more, Arnold, because and maybe we can do it from the Safari Club or the Safari Suites next time, or maybe from Lokotula.
Yes.
Some incredible products which are part of the Africa Albida Tourism portfolio. Yes. Thank you so much for mentioning conservation. Yes. This is a huge part of what we do as a community in this town.
Yes.
Conservation has suffered because tourism levels have dropped significantly, obviously, since COVID, and a lot of the frontline conservation outfits rely heavily on tourism revenues. Yeah. I think that's a good place to leave it. We're hoping to welcome many of you back again in the future. Yes. For now, Arnold, thank you so much indeed.
And
it's been a pleasure. I will. Thank you. And I'll see you out on the roads.
Oh, yes. See you on the road or in the gym downstairs.
Absolutely.
Thanks a lot.